What is going on, Krutons and Nutons? It's me, Wonton. Today is going to be a very special video, as today I am going to be interviewing or talking with the guy that has created these two Lego renders. Oh, these two Lego renders of Nilius and Dragonoid. You might have just heard them just then. So this is our second attempt at doing the interview because our first attempt, the video recording didn't work out so well, so we're trying this on Zoom instead. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling here, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, Karl.
Hello everyone, my name is Karl, and I'm the one who made Lego Nilius and Lego Dragonoid, as you could see from the pictures.
Yeah, so as we see, he has created two very special things here out of Lego. These are renders at the moment, but once this video gets uploaded, I will be showing in this video the real life version of at least the core counterparts that you see in this video, because these are absolutely amazing in terms of the design and how close they are to the actual look of the animated and the Bakugan forms of these Bakugan. First question is, how long did it take you to make all this stuff, Karl?
I started after a month after the quarantine, which is April.
Okay, so about 3 months. So in terms of the process itself, was it difficult at all? I assume with the full-scale models that we saw or we're looking at right now, in terms of the renders, those ones at least must have taken a lot longer than the core Bakugan.
Yeah, it took really long because these are the new designs of Drago and Nilius from the second season, and I had to only get their designs from their cards, from their character cards or any other action cards.
Mm-hmm.
Even from the show, that's where I got their designs.
Yeah, so I would think so, because you have to look at the toy designs, the cartoon designs and everything, and just to applaud you, these are fantastic, especially the full-scale models, because they look very good in terms of the realistic look in terms of Nilius and Dragonoid in their Lego form. So I must praise you on that, because they are just fantastic looking. So outside of the build themselves, take us through your fandom of Bakugan and Lego. How long have you been a fan of both, and what made you decide to bring them both together?
I think Lego was the first thing that I was really a fan of. Funny story is that before I actually got into Lego, the actual thing that got me into Lego was it's like big pieces of Mega Blocks, and there weren't Lego from the start actually. While
So you fell in love with the competitive brand before falling in love with Lego.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But it was Lego that made me think more complicated ideas, because the Mega Blocks one was just for kids. They're really big pieces.
Okay.
For Bakugan, I can't exactly remember, but I had so much toys, and well, it was after, I'm pretty sure it was after Lego. That's when I started liking Bakugan. I think I started when I saw Bakugan. I stopped with the Lego for a while, then I came back as soon as Bakugan was over.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you were part of the Legacy series before coming into the reboot, like a lot of the more adult fans are. Okay. So going back to the full-scale models, obviously they are very complex, very intricate. They have a large count piece, being around 1600 for the Dragonoid and 1400 for the Nilius. With that, as a Lego builder myself, I did talk to you a little bit before this interview, on Facebook, that I was a little bit concerned about the stability of it all. because with large builds there is always a concern with stability. But you clearly addressed those when I looked at the files that you were so kind enough to give me, because the software that you use does address stability. It does like mark whether or not it would be stable once physically built.
Uh, Actually, like one of the things that would be really hard is like the wings,
Mhm.
because they're mostly like hinge pieces,
Yeah.
so they could sometimes like move. What I could see in that is like making like specific pieces, like
Mhm.
maybe like cloth or just paper, like to make the membranes of the wings, so it
Yeah.
would at least stabilize it.
Yeah. I myself, when I do get the chance to make a specialty order of these Lego parts for the full scale models, I would do the very forbidden practice of using super glue with this, because I don't even plan on taking these apart at all once I have them built, because these look just fantastic. So I am going to do the forbidden super glue on Lego when I do get my hands on these, or on the parts to build this. Um, so in terms of, let's see here, the Bakugan themselves made Nilius and Dragonoid. A lot of people are expecting, more main character Bakugan. There's no timetable as to when, but they're looking forward to your next creation. So can you tell us what is currently in the works right now in terms of what you're making next?
Currently, I am making TROX, which is Winton's main Bakugan. He's like a T-Rex.
Mhm.
That's what this design is based on.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
And I
making oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
uh, but I did finish on the ball form of
Okay, great.
TROX though.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are going to be excited for Trox. Trox is, a dinosaur, so everyone loves dinosaurs. So I'm looking forward to seeing Trox as well. Not going to lie. And then, in terms of other Bakugan, we did talk about this in our first attempt at the interview. Are there any Bakugan that you may consider that's not part of the, I guess, main six or main five, basically, like the non-primary Bakugan? So like Lupithion, Syndius, maybe what's another one, like Batrix? That's a new one. Anything that's not part of the main cast of the Bakugan show.
I think I would just do their secondary Bakugan, but
Okay.
only like a few of those, like Syndius and Artulian, because they're like
Mhm.
humanoid Bakugan, which is one of my favorite things, because they have little to like three
Mhm.
three characters that are humanoid
Yeah.
in a sense.
So one big thing that came out of this is that after you shared this on Facebook, after you shared the Nilius and the Dragonaut on Facebook, you got recognition not just from the fandom, but from the voice cast themselves, starting from Julius Cho, the voice of Magnus himself, saw these on Facebook in the Bakugan Facebook group, and he was just in awe of what you built and wanted to share it with his fans on his Instagram. He also shared it with the voice actor of Nilius himself. How did that feel, knowing that someone from the show saw this and shared it with pretty much his fandom, his and also his colleagues, and the people he works with?
I was really shocked, to be honest. I wouldn't think that I would get that much recognition for this,
Mhm.
because I'm like, it's just Lego, to be honest.
Yeah, and I even shared
No
this
one
with.
really
Oh, go
no
ahead.
one really thinks it's about, no one really, I don't wait so it's not like that much people really know about it, because sometimes they're
Yeah,
like saying it's usually for kids.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah, and I even shared this with Ventus Knight on Discord, and he had no idea this existed before I told him about it. And he was like, "Oh my God, who is this guy? What is his name? That way I can, just like comment or like it." I don't know if he reached out to you at all on Facebook or anything, because I do know that Bakugan does have their he does reach out to people through Facebook uh, on there. So did he reach out to you at all, or say like good job, anything like that, or is it just Julius for now?
Julius for now, but I actually got to talk to Ventus Knight himself on Discord. I even asked him about the, hey, is it possible if Spin Master uh and the Lego company could, like, make this as an actual set? Well, he said, he technically said that uh he's not, he doesn't really know about much
Mhm.
of the legal stuff when it comes to this.
Yeah.
So, but I really hope this could happen.
I mean, we could pitch it to Lego Ideas where, fan built creations become like a legitimate um, Lego build. So that might be a possibility. And you've built the foundation for it as well with, the renders that you made. And, with them being once they're physically built, they can kind of see on like what they can do to improve it and everything. So that, again, fantastic job. So, in terms of the builds themselves, do you plan on uh, releasing this information to the public, basically the pieces that are involved, or any of like the instructions, or do you plan on selling them, anything like that in the future? That's fine.
In terms of possibly, because there's a lot of pieces required to even make these, so it could take long for me to even make these instructions, or like make the piece or show the piece counts.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll see what I could do. Maybe I'll make the ball forms like somewhat cheaper than the, because the full figures are like super big and require a lot of time to make the instructions for.
Yeah. Yeah, it would take like especially with the big model builds, it would definitely take a lot of time to make the instructions. But this is all up to you. I know a lot of people that would be interested in buying, the instructions. I might, make a quick side video or like a hidden video of me building this myself. Obviously, I won't include the pieces involved because that's uh, your intellectual property essentially. You were the one that designed this, so I won't let people know like how many pieces of what. I'll just build it to let them know what it looks like, and also show them in this video what the cores look like in the build in real life, because again these renders are amazing. um, and then so I do know that Spin Master is subscribed to me, not a brag or anything like that. It's just that I would love to have them, recognize you in a more broader scale of not just the voice actors, but for the company themselves to recognize this level of fandom from one of their fans. So, Spin Master, if you're watching, this is Karl. He built something fantastic. Is there anything you want to say to Spin Master? Like any hopes? I do know that in the Philippines, Bakugan is more controlled by Takara Tomy, not Spin Master.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. Uh, what I maybe want to say is that if it's possible, maybe like do a poll
Mhm.
for like, hey, which Bakugan do you want to come back for next season, or any other. But I heard that Leonidas could possibly come back with a toy form. Not sure exactly.
Mhm.
Not yet
Yeah, it
confirmed.
does come
Just
back in the game, in the Nintendo game that we saw, I believe last week. So there's a possibility Leonidas comes back, which I know a lot of Legacy fans, such as yourself, are very excited about.
so for people who are fan of Lego, and for the fans of Bakugan, thank you for the recognition and for the likes you gave me and for the compliments about the build that I made. I I I hope I could make more during this time, especially since I'm gonna have school like tomorrow. So I hope I could. So I hope I could finish more models as soon as possible.
Mhm.
For the Bakugan company, I would like to say make sure to fix your distribution first.
I think that's everyone's critique on the Karatomi and Spin Masters, making sure everyone gets the love of Bakugan out there.
I have nothing else to say.
Okay,
But I'm
no
very
problem.
thankful for the support.
Not a problem. Not like the support that people are giving you is well deserved because again, the work and effort you put into these like Lego mocks, my own creations for those of you that are not part of the Lego community, um, is absolutely amazing, especially the full scale ones. So for those of you that are interested in, knowing what it looks like in terms of the physical builds, I will have, at the end of this video and a little bit, during the video, which you probably already saw, of the real life physical builds of these Lego models. As for the full scale models, I have not yet, ordered the pieces yet from Lego. So it is going to take some time. They are a very high piece count, so it is going to take some time and lots of hours to try and get all these pieces along with getting them built. And also, if you do want to build these, again, I wouldn't like Karl will let people know when they are available. He's just going to show them, but he's not going to share any information about them until he is ready. But yeah, so that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this interview. I hope you enjoyed, these Lego Bakugan. Like, they're real now because of Karl. Karl made a dream come true of turning Bakugan into Lego, which is the first in the Bakugan community. I don't even remember if anyone did that back in Legacy. I don't even think anyone did anything like that back in Legacy. Yeah, so there is going to be some commentary at the end of this video for a more in-depth look. But outside of that, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Karl, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, not only once, but twice, because we weren't able to get the first time. And also Spin Master. Reach out to Karl. Karl loves you guys. He built these of you guys. So, like, show him some love. I don't know. Can you send him stuff in the Philippines? I have no idea. But anyway, guys, hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.